Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy King James here. All right, I want to talk to you about the C58. Now, I've already covered the AK-47 and the EM2. Now, I want to talk about the C58, and that's the third of the slow-firing, hard-hitting ARs that run on 7.62 ammo. Now, the easy-shooting guns like the FAR and the XM4 and the GRA, they're all 5.56, so they have higher RPM and lower damage. But these guns have lower RPM and higher damage, so it doesn't take a lot of bullets to knock somebody with one of these things. So if you can manage the recoil, and they're pretty easy to do, you can have a really good shooting gun. And later this week, I'm going to do a shootout on all three of those guns to figure out which one's the best of the slow firing, hard hitting guns. So let's try the C58 right now. So the C58 has a very competitive time to kill versus some other faster shooting guns. As you can see here, versus the XM4 and the Krig 6, two very popular higher RPM guns, the C58 is right in there. They're all very tight and pretty close. But the one thing about the C58 is the amount of damage it puts out. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at the head and neck damage, 58 and 44 and 37 everywhere else. The Krig 6 is 43, 31 and 29, and the XM4 is 45, 45 and 30. So the damage that the C58 can put out with that high damage is really good. And the damage per mag is one thing that I want to show you specifically, and let me show you that. So if you've been following my channel for any length of time at all, you've probably seen me use charts like this. And the damage per mag is one thing that really makes the C58 stand out. And look at it compared to other popular guns. The FAR, Krig, XM4, and the GRA. They're not even close. The C58 does almost 3,200 damage per mag if they're all headshots. None of the other guns are even close. Chest, stomach, and extremities, it's all over 2,000. You know, all the other guns are not even close to that. So the reason why this matters is, especially if you're playing quads, which I know a lot of us do, if you have multiple targets, you want the maximum damage per mag you can get so that you can get multiple downs when you're shooting at multiple guys. And the C58 is the best gun that allows you to do that because it has such high damage per mag, especially even if you're just hitting chest shots, you're getting, you know, this is almost 200 higher. That's almost a full kill on somebody, more damage than what the other guns are doing. But what about the recoil? Well, let's look at that. All right, so I'm going to do a quick test on the recoil. So I'm just going to do my normal shoot up the wall here and see what happens. And C58, oh look, it goes over to the left now. That's interesting. It didn't used to do that. It goes over the wall, but it's got pretty good horizontal. See, they're not really all that far spread apart when you're looking at them. They're pretty close. So let's try a controlled shot here back at the same thing. So just get that in there and, you know, let's get a nice tight bead in there. And no problem, man. This thing, you know, even with that recoil, you can see that it's pretty well just vertical. So when you're going into a nice straight line, it works no problem. Let's try it a longer distance. Okay, here we are at roughly 50 meters, so I'm going to do the same thing. Trying to hold it steady and get those shots on that wall there. Let's go have a look and see what we got. And as you can see on the wall, it's sort of the same thing as here, just from a greater distance. But if a guy was there, you can see all those shots would be on and how easy the recoil is on this gun to control. No problem. But here's what's important. When you're using the C58, the thing hits crazy hard and makes getting downs really easy and always leaves you with ammo left. That's the one thing I like about it. A lot of times I'll get somebody down and then, you know, I had more, you know, 27 bullets still left right there, even after getting some down. So if you run into another guy, you don't have to worry about reloading and, you know, getting killed because you're reloading, because you're going to have some ammo left. That's the damage per mag part. And let this be a lesson to you. Never pop up in the same place that you went down, because you're really easy to kill. You know, that guy popped up and that headshot damage from the C58, you know, really smoked him. And, you know, here's longer range. I knocked this guy and sort of kept shooting, but I got a bunch more damage off of him. So I do a quick reload, and the reload on this gun is fast, and he couldn't even get to cover fast enough before I could get him down as well. And that's the good thing about this gun, is it's got pretty manageable recoil. It does a lot of damage, and you can shoot a guy and thirst them, no problem, or, you know, knock multiple enemies because of the amount of, you know, damage that this gun puts out per magazine. And I'm just trying it here with the 45 round mag. Even with less bullets, the thing is still crazy strong and leaving me ammo left to use. So that's the thing I like about the C58. And, you know, if you are in quads playing on Rebirth or Verdansk, it's going to absolutely help you, especially when you're shooting at multiple guys, or you want to absolutely make sure that when you knock a guy that you want to be able to thirst him as well, you know, and you're at long distance, you don't have a knife or something you can use up close, you can definitely, you know, be able to get him and get the full thirst off and have enough ammo to do that. And And I know some guns you can't always do that, especially at long range. If you're missing a couple of shots, the C58 gives you plenty. Even if you miss a couple of shots, you're gonna have enough ammo left that you can be able to get the guy down. So, right, I really like using it. I think it's a good off-meta gun that's not quite as popular. And, you know, if you guys haven't checked it out, you should give it a try because I've been using it and we're getting a lot of wins with it. So the C58 is a great long-range gun. I've been carrying it with all kinds of stuff. Shotguns, SMGs. Heck, I even carried it with a sniper when I was playing a really long-range game. So, I mean, it's a very versatile gun, and I really like using it. And it complements well with pretty well anything. So, let me show you my C58 build. But just before I get into that, I want to say thank you to everybody who's recently subscribed to the channel and is here watching my videos. I really appreciate all that love and support. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is a really big milestone for YouTubers. So if you want to support me and the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It doesn't cost you anything and it really does help. And the thumbs up button because that helps improve my ranking for YouTube. All right, let me show you my build. So for the C58, I'm using just a regular AR meta build, and that consists of the agency suppressor, which is sound suppression, vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, and effective damage range. And the effective damage range and bullet velocity is really important for a long range gun. So to complement that, the Task Force barrel, bullet velocity, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and a more effective damage range. Now for the optic, you can pretty well pick whatever you like, the 2X, the 3X, the 4X. I really like the 3. I think it's probably the best combination of zoom and, you know, visibility. And I've really been liking the green dot reticle that came in the Battle Pass this season. This one here, if you haven't tried it, you should give it a shot. Now for the underbarrel, just following the meta AR build, horizontal and vertical recoil control from the Field Agent grip. Now the magazine, I've tried all of them out. I tried the 45 round, the 55, and the Salvo 50 round fast. And the fast mag actually didn't do anything. It didn't hurt your ADS, even though it says it does. And it also didn't increase the reload speed at all. So there's no point in using it because all it does is give you 5 less bullets. The Stenag 55 has a good balance of reload time and ADS speed. And if you want a bit faster ADS and you're willing to sacrifice 10 bullets, the 45 round works. I think that my favorite was just the regular 55 because I'm not quite as worried about ADS speed on my longer range gun. It just isn't that critical like a close range gun where it can really impact you. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. So let me know your thoughts on the hard-hitting, slower-firing ARs or whether you're trying something else. I covered the EM2 and the AK-47, and on Thursday this week, so in 2 days from posting this video, I'm going to bring you a shootout between all of the hard-hitting, slow-firing ARs. So the AK, the EM2, and now the C58. And I'll see if I can figure out which one is best or if certain ones work in, you know, different circumstances. So, so stay tuned for that. And I'll link it right here in this video for you, you know, when I launch it on Thursday. So if it's not there, it's because you're watching too soon, which is cool. If you have anything else that's really working for you or something you want me to test, hit me up in the comment section down below. I love trying different things out. So if you got something that's been good and you think it's sort of underrated and nobody's using it, let me know. And if I use your idea, I'll give you a shout out in the comments as I always do. What else? So stay tuned for the video later this week. I'm going to have that, and I'm doing a bunch more shotgun testing. I've really been liking playing with shotguns lately, so I'm going to bring you a couple more shotgun vids now that, you know, a couple of them have been nerfed, so we'll see where that goes. Anyways, guys, as always, if you don't see me in Warzone, if you don't see me in multiplayer, it's only a matter of time, baby. King James out.
Got him. What?
Oh, that sweet victory.
There it is, baby.